This conference will now be recorded.
Everyone, good morning and good evening. So, in the last session, we were discussing about condition technique. We discussed what are the steps of condition technique and all things, right? So, today, let us configure the base price and see how the price gets determined into sales document. So, from today, whatever we discuss, they're called as basic functions. So, we discussed, right, whenever we create a sales order, in the backend, system performs lots of activities. So, what all the activities system performs? We have seen at the time of sales document creation, right? So that's the activities we are discussing from today. So today, whatever we are discussing until end of the training, most of them are consultant activities because we finished discussing about master data and transactions, and these all are consultant activities. So going to IMG, sales and distribution, and basic functions. So as mentioned, like whatever we are discussing, from today, they all are the basic functions, which is whenever we create a sales order in the background system performs, right? So that's what it is. So these are all activities. Out of this, so far we discussed only partner determination, and we'll be discussing the other. So pricing. If you want to configure the pricing, and you want to do it with menu path, you can go here. Usually we don't use menu path for pricing. We use only the T codes. But let me first show you with the menu path. The price control, and here you can see condition table, condition type, access sequence, procedures, so everything you see here. Right, so this is where we configure or set up the pricing. So first let me define the tables, because in the condition, the first step is condition table. So let me click on this, define condition table, condition table. So we have option create, display, change, and make a note of this, the allowed fields. So we'll access this later through T code. We'll not come back to this screen. So we'll access this through the T code. Allowed fields. The T code is OB24. Okay, folks, first let me go to create condition table. So double click on this condition table. So tables are limited and reusable. Okay. Tables are limited and reusable. That means any table to be created from number 5012999. If you wish to create a table, it should be number 5012999, because from 1 to 500 is system reserved. So if I try to create a table with 500, using system throws an error. System says that create it with 5012999. Right? So as I told you, tables are limited and reusable. If you have a requirement, first you can check in the standard. So for your requirement, if any table is already existing, if so, you can consider that. If not, we can also create our own table. Let's say I want a table for material. You see, there is already a table for material with the number 4. Or I want a table with a combination of customer and material. But I already have 5, right? So you could use this. You don't need to create a table for customer and material. You could use this. But if you wish to create your own, yeah, we could also do that. But the number should be 5012999. So I'll try to create my own table. So I'll create it like just 550. So in the training system, it's very hard to find or design number tables because somebody else might have already taken that. So check if whatever the series available and basing on that you could create your 550 is already there. Right? So system not allowing us. So maybe 522 is available. Right? So 522 that's available. So when you are in the screen on the left side, what you see is called as selected fields, and on the right side you see is field catalog. So in general, what is a catalog? Catalog means collection of items, right? So that's the same thing here. So it's a collection of fields. Field catalog is a collection of fields. So what are the fields we have here? You just double click that, then that comes and add to the left side, which is called as selected fields. So what are the field you want to create this table with combination? So double click on this field catalog, then system will automatically copy that to the left side, which is called as selected fields. I'll just take random initially. So let's agreement. I click on this, you see it comes and add here. Maybe country. So you can keep on add the combinations as we discussed. It's a n number of permutations and combinations. So as per the business requirement, you can keep on add the combinations. So a table is a combination of fields. Right? So these, if I want to see more fields, then put the cursor here and use this arrow. Okay, either the down arrow or the up arrow. So to see more. But are these only the fields we have in SD? Or if you have a Z field, how do you add that Z field into the catalog? So the fields, what you see here in this field catalog are coming from the allowed fields. Earlier I showed you right through the menu path, OV24. So from where the fields are coming into the field catalog? From the allowed fields. So this is again very important. Condition tables and access sequence are cross-client. Okay, they are cross-client. So this is field catalog, and it's very clearly say that this is for the sales, sales and distribution because pricing is also there for MM. It's not only for SD. And you can see all the fields here, and we also call them as allowed fields, right? But if I have some Z field, okay, if I have some Z field, so how do I get that? How do I get that Z field into field catalog? Or else let me search for some field. I go to position. I'm searching for a field called as Kukla, which is nothing but customer classification. In the customer master, customer classification. But you see, there is no Kukla field here, right? So few fields are missing, or if I have a Z field, so how I get that fields? So can I do it through new entries? If I go to new entries and I try to add Kukla, but system throws an error because just now we have seen, right? This is a cross client. Cross client means it's a technical, so we'll not be able to add it. So if you want to add a new field, then There is a procedure for it. We need to append the ABAP dictionary and do it. I'll just show you the document later. You can check that. In the document folder itself, we have a folder, right? SAPSD, which is config documents. When you go to this folder, the first document, adding new fields, right? So go through this document and that will guide you through adding a new field, right? But we cannot directly add into the field catalog using this allowed fields. It will be possible. So we are not adding any field now. So now I want to create my first table with the customer and material and material. Okay. So I'll just use one table. So I'll delete this. I want to create a table with customer and material combination. Okay, so I want to create it with customer material combination. So going here, customer. So customer. But you see, there are two fields with the customer, same description. Which one to choose? So at any time, if you are confused, seeing like two fields with the same name, then what you could do is you could select that field, just put the cursor on the field and click on field attributes. So what is the field name for customer? The technical field name for customer. It is Kunnar, Kunnr, Kunnar, right? So place the cursor onto the field and click on field attributes. So you see Kunnar. So the first one is Kunnar. So that's how you can identify whether you are selecting the right field or not. So I'll double click on this customer, then I want material. So same, I'll go here, material. So now my table, you can see table number is 522 and it has a field combination customer and material. And we have seen, right, this is a workbench that is a cross client. It's a cross client. So there is no save option. You see, you cannot save this. So what could we do? We can only generate. We can generate. When you try to generate, system throw a warning message. You will face lots of warning message in the pricing concept. So you could ignore and proceed. So here you see system throws a warning message. System say that a table number 703 is already there with the same combination because as I told you, tables are limited, right? And tables are reusable. So system say that a table 703 is already there with the same combination. Would you like to consider? Or else you want to create your own table 522. That's what system saying. Table 703 is already defined with the same field combination. So now you decide whether you want to go with this or you want to take this. So you could press enter, ignore, and I want to create my own table. Okay. Enter and just say yes. Okay. So whenever we are trying to create a new table, the first is like the saving screen would be addition, customizing request, right? The saving screen would be customizing request. But here, if you see, it doesn't show any customizing request, but in fact, it's asking you to do a package save. Okay, package. or local object. What is this package or local object? As this is a cross client, right? And the cross client, as a functional consultant, we cannot save it in the cross client. So what we could do, we could only save it in the package or a local object. So what is the difference between package and local object? So at any time, as a functional consultant, we have some cross-client configuration like this, and you want to save it. Then system will ask you to save in package. Package is provided by your basis consultant. So when you tell the administrator, they will give you the package and which package you have to save it, they'll tell you. And in that respective package, you need to save so that a TR number will be generated and they can transport this configuration to the another server. But if you save it in a local object, TR number will not be generated. Okay, if you save in the local object, TR number will not be generated. That means you cannot transport this. But if you want to transport, then you need to save it in the package, and package will be given by basis. So here anyway, we don't have a basis. We cannot save it in the package. So what I'll do, I'll click on the local object. So in the interviews, they may ask a question like if you save a table in the package, sorry, you save it in the local object because time being you don't want the transport. But later you want to transport this. Will it be possible? So whatever the configuration you saved in the local object, can it be transported later? Yes. So going to the change mode v slash 04, we can move the configuration again from local object to package. So you will be able to transport. So come back. So we are done with the table creation. Now we need to place the table into access sequence. So this is how we create a table. So access sequence. What is the T code for access sequence? Anyone? 7. So standard SAP has given an access sequence for base price called as PR00. Okay. This is the access sequence for base price. Out of the 4 elements, the price element, we have a standard access sequence. So throughout the pricing, we will not go through the standards. We will create our own objects and we will define pricing. And starting from the pricing concept, end of the training, whatever the concepts we discuss in the study material, you will see all the concepts have the configuration. Every concept is executed with the screenshots and configurations and it's put in the study material. And you will also find answers for your interview questions. It's not just questions, you will also have answers. So I'll not use the standard, I'll create my own. I'll create something like E001 base price access sequence. E001 is already existing. Maybe I put just L001, something random. So many warning messages you'll be facing. So just ignore them and proceed. So L001, go into the new entries. Let us create L001. Have a description. So L001 is our access sequence. Select this and click on accesses on the left side. Okay, click on the access on the left side. And now click on the new entries and add the tables and the access sequence. Okay, so this is serial number and the table number. So serial number 10, I'll put table number 4. I'm taking the standard tables. Maybe we can also take the table what we created. We created table 522, right? I can also take this. Warning message, enter, right? So material, and this is what the table we created, right? 522. So we could use it. So is this placement of tables correct? Anyone? Is this table placement?
No,
What is the logic for the tables to be placed in access sequence?
Most specific to most general.
Most specific to most general, but
General.
this is not the same, right? This should be the first
First.
one if it should be specific. So I'll just change that, right? So now you see the logic. So it's a more specific to most general,
Most general.
right? So now it is still editable. We are able to edit these fields, right? So now we select this and do the field assignments. Double click on this. Warning message. Keep pressing enter until you see this screen. So where system is doing the field assignment and come back. And if you observe now, you see this screen is grayed out. Okay, this field is grayed out. You cannot change. So once the field assignment is done, then you cannot change it. Until then, they are editable. So select this and double click on fields, warning message, enter until you see the screen and come back. So what are the number of tables? You have 20 tables, you need to do 20 times. Okay, for every table, you need to do this field assignment. So once it is done, you can directly save this. Just save it. So L001. So first we created tables and tables we placed in access sequence. Now this access sequence we need to assign to the condition type. Step number 3, condition type v/06. So standard SAP has given a base price called as PR00. That's a standard base price condition type, but will not be using this standard. I'll copy this and rename to the same like what we have our access sequence L001. Right? So this is our own base price condition. Okay? Our own base price condition. Save it. This is the third step. So step number 1, we created tables. Step number 2, we place the tables into access sequence. Step number 3, the access sequence we assign to the here. Here
Condition.
we'll assign we assign to the condition type. So here where we'll assign access sequence to condition type. That is step number 3. Step number 4, we need to place the condition type into pricing procedure v/08. Pricing procedure v/08. Condition technique. Is it used only in SD module?
No.
Is it used only in the pricing in the SD?
No.
Right. So how system differentiates or identifies with this? Application. Throughout the SAP, SD module is identified with application key V. V means SD. M means pricing. Sorry, M means purchasing. V means sales and distribution. Similarly, M means purchasing. That is for MM. So that's how like it identifies. There are keys to identify like this. M means purchasing. So now, in which area we are using the condition technique? Okay, it's in the SD module. Okay, within the SD module, then another like which concept we are using within the SD usage. Usage will tell that. A means pricing. Okay, rest you could see various other concepts as well. So right. So that is how system identifies and differentiates and know like from which concept you are using this pricing. Standard SAP has given a pricing procedure called as RVAA01. This is standard, but we'll not use this standard. We'll create our own. I'll go to the new entries and I'll use with the same name L001 for my pricing procedure. Let's save it. This is step number 4. Select and go to the control. Select this and click on this control and you'll be landing into the screen. This screen is very, very important. This screen is called as 16 fields of pricing. Very important. You may face 1 to 2 questions in the interview only from this screen. So that important this screen is. Okay, this screen anyway is one session for us. This we'll discuss later. The last session of pricing is this screen that we'll discuss later. But for now, just do like whatever I'm doing here. Serial number 10 and condition type L001. That's it. Okay, serial number and condition type. That's it. Save it. Okay, so now fourth step, we place the condition type into the procedure. Then fifth step, pricing procedure determination. What is the T code? Very important T code. On the pricing procedure determination, there are 4 to 5 questions. Very important. Out of the 4 to 5 questions, you will face one question in the interviews. Very, very frequently. Okay, so first thing is the T code. Very important. What is the T code for pricing procedure determination? OVKK. And as I told you, this step we do only once. We don't repeat this every time when we do condition technique. We set it up and we leave it. So what is pricing procedure determination? It's a combination or parameters which will help us to determine pricing procedure into the sales document. So what parameters we have? Sales area, okay, sales area, and document pricing procedure from the VOV8. Document pricing procedure from the VOV8 and customer pricing procedure from customer master. So these all combinations we will tell system what pricing procedure should be determined. So with all this combination, so what is the procedure we want to determine? L001. That is what we created, right? L001 that we want to determine. Okay. So very important condition, sorry, pricing procedure determination. So with all this combination, system will tell like what pricing procedure to be determined. So how does system know that? Because when we create a sales order, first we enter the sales area. Okay, system take the sales area. Then we enter customer master, right? So in the customer master under sales tab, what is the customer pricing procedure assigned? Okay. Then in the sales order, whenever you are creating, obviously you'll enter the document type OR, right? So in that document, what is the document pricing procedure? So with all these combinations, what pricing procedure we maintain. So depending upon that, system will determine it into same.
Excuse me, sir, can you please repeat one more time about the pricing procedure determination, please?
So whenever we create a sales order, we enter the sales area first, right? VA01. How does system know? This procedure system has to pick it up because we entered OR. OR means it is controlled by Vivo V8, right? In the Vivo V8, there is a field document pricing procedure and it is maintained as, let's say, A. Done. Then we have sales area, right? So OR document pricing procedure, then sales area. And now we enter the sold to party. Sold to party means customer. In the customer master, for this customer, under sales tab, there is a field called as customer pricing procedure. And if you remember, at that time, we discussed that it is one of the parameter to determine pricing procedure into sales document. That's what we have discussed the definition at that time. So whenever you enter the sold to party here, so system is going to the customer master and picking up what is the customer pricing procedure maintained. So now all the combinations parameters are satisfied, right? So for this all combinations in the OVKK, what pricing procedure we assign, that system will pick into the sales document. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much.
we'll see that where it is determining. We'll see that. Right.
Thank you.
So this is fifth step, and this is what as a consultant we do. All the five steps. Our activity is done. Now it is user activity to maintain the master data or the condition record. So for that, we go to VK level. And what is our condition type? L001, right? So once we enter this, either you click on the key combination or just press enter. You see, this is what our tables, right, which we place, customer and material. How does system know? How system is able to pick this? Because when we enter the condition type here, we already assigned the access sequence to condition type. In that access sequence, we already placed these tables, right? So that is how system is able to pick up the key combination. So first what I'll do is I'll maintain only the material price. So I'll tell system, any customer buy this material. It's a selling price. Any customer buying this price will pay 5,000. Okay, 5,000 per carton. Done. So all the condition technique configuration is done. Let's create a sales order and see whether the price is determined or not. For that, VA01 and our material is 100, one quantity, and you see 5,000 is determined. And the pricing we can check either at the header level and item level. So if I go to the header level and we have conditions tab here, you click on the conditions, then you see L001 is our condition type and 5,000 is our price. This is at the header level. You come back and you can also see at the item level, double click on the line item and we have conditions. L001 is our base price and 5,000 is our price. So what pricing procedure system has picked? How do you know that? If you go to the analysis, so here system will show what is our pricing procedure L00. How system picked it? Because of the combinations. The combinations what we have is sales area plus document pricing procedure plus customer pricing procedure, right? With all these combinations, that's how system picked it up. Then what condition type we used it, L001. Then what access sequence, L001. Then two tables. So do we have condition here? No, because we have not maintained condition record for customer and material. The system did not stop here. Then system continued to the next combination, table number 20. 100 material, 5,000 we have maintained, right? So here system find the condition record. Okay, condition record has been found in the second combination. Right, so that's a search strategy. System keeps searching it like this. Right, so this is one scenario how the price will get determined into sales order. So now let us maintain price for the customer material combination as well. Week 11. So I'll say if this customer 1000 is buying this material, then I want to give it for 3500. Okay. So let us create a sales order. So now what price system has to pick? Anyone?
3,500.
3500.
500. So what price system picked?
5,000.
5000.
5,000.
Why system not picked the 3500 best price?
Because of procedure is not maintained.
Procedure determined, right? We have seen that.
The 16th step.
We have not
Exclusive.
made.
More
See,
than 500, like 500, something like that.
see,
Exclusive
system
check.
found a valid condition, right? System find a valid condition, but it could not stop here.
Yeah,
Okay,
exclusive
Access
indicator.
sequence. Yeah,
we
exclusive.
right. We created access sequence, but we have not maintained the exclusive indicator, right? So even though system finds a valid condition record, system could not stop here because there is an exclusive indicator. Continued and taken the next one, right? So now what we do, we go back E/07 EL001, select and go to accesses. And when you scroll to the right, here you will see the exclusive indicator, which is mandatory to activate. Okay, exclusive indicator is mandatory to activate. So now you come back and create a sales order. Now you see system take 3500. So now you understood, right, how the exclusive indicator works and what is the search strategy. Right? So conditions. Now you see only one because a valid condition record is found. So system itself will tell us. So if I go here, system says condition record found, right? In the first combination itself, it could found. If I go to the second one, system say that the exclusive indicator has been set as a condition record is already been determined, so no search is taken place in the step number 20. Okay, in the table number 20, there is no search. So this is how the price determines into sales document. So this is for today. Any questions, please go ahead.
Sir, in condition table, hello.
Go ahead.
In condition table, is it necessary to put the numbers manually? Can't system throw it internally
Which numbers?
in the transaction V/07 or V/03?
The
Sorry.
step numbers you're saying 10, 20, 30?
No, can you please go to the transaction V/07? 03, sorry. Condition table.
Table. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Here
This
you're
number.
saying
Yes, sir.
no, it's manual. System will not advise you what is free. You need to check what is the free available and you need to maintain it. System will not advise.
Okay.
Right, so it looks pretty easy, right? But it is not that easy when you do it. So practice pricing. I'll also upload the video by end of the day today. Pricing, you have to practice then and there itself. Don't delay. Whatever the topic you are now, just put it aside and start practicing pricing. Let's finish pricing and put aside. That's it. If once pricing is done, 40% is done. Okay. So practice pricing. Good day everyone and catch up tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll discuss other elements and we will build the complete structure.